The Galactic Council chambers fell silent as Ambassador Zixter displayed the holographic footage. A creature of pure nightmare materialized before the assembled delegates, 8 meters of chitinous horror, with mandibles that could slice through reinforced steel and eyes that reflected the cold void of space itself. This, Zixter announced, his voice trembling as a Void Stalker. Class 2-7 extinction event. 17 civilizations have fallen to these abominations. They hunt across dimensions, feel no pain, and show no mercy. The delegates murmured in horror. Even the battle-hardened Krillian warriors shifted uncomfortably in their exoskeletons. 3 standard cycles ago, Zixter continued, a Void Stalker breached dimensional barriers near human colony world Terra 9. We prepared evacuation protocols. We mourned another lost world. He paused, his translator struggling with what sounded like disbelief. The humans, they didn't evacuate. Jack wiped the sweat from his brow as he guided the harvester through the golden wheat fields. Terra 9 was a good planet, decent soil, reliable sun cycle, and far enough from the core systems that nobody bothered him much, just the way he liked it. His communicator chirped. Anna's face appeared, her expression somewhere between amusement and exasperation. Jack, your pet just scared off another survey team. He grinned. Rover's just being friendly. Those council folks need to relax. Friendly. Anna's eyebrow arched. Jack, it's a Void Stalker. Do you understand what that means to literally everyone else in the galaxy? Means they don't know how to treat animals right, Jack replied, steering the harvester around a familiar dark shape lounging in the field. Rover's a good boy, aren't you, Rover? The Void Stalker Rover lifted its massive head. Its mandibles clicked in what Jack had learned was contentment. The creature's dimensional shimmer settled into solid form as it rolled onto its back, exposing the softer chitin of its underbelly. Jack hopped off the harvester and scratched the exposed section. Rover's 6 legs kicked happily in the air. 3 months earlier, Jack had been checking his perimeter fences when reality itself seemed to tear open. The Void Stalker emerged, and Jack did what any sensible farmer would do. He grabbed his plasma rifle, but something stopped him from firing. The creature wasn't attacking, it was limping. A deep wound oozed strange ichor from its side, and one of its sensory stalks hung at an odd angle. Well, hell, Jack muttered, lowering his weapon. You're hurt, aren't you, big fella? The Void Stalker's 1,000-faceted eyes fixed on him. Jack felt the weight of its gas, an ancient alien, dangerous. Then it did something that no Void Stalker in recorded history had ever done. That sat down. Jack approached slowly, the way he used to approach wounded animals back on Earth. Easy now. Let's take a look at that wound. Over the next weeks, Jack treated the creature with a combination of standard veterinary medicine, improvised xen, and what Anna called pure stubborn human stupidity. He cleaned its wounds, brought it forward. It turned out Void Stalkers loved fusion reactor cores like candy and talked to it like he would any injured animal, and slowly, possibly, the Void Stalker healed. More than that, it stayed. Anna arrived at the farm in her transport, accompanied by yet another delegation of very nervous aliens. She'd become something of a liaison between Jack and the Galactic Council, mostly because she was the only one who could get him to take their concerns seriously. Jack, she called out, we need to talk. Seriously this time. He emerged from the barn, covered in engine grease. Rover followed behind him, its massive form somehow managing to look almost docile. The alien delegates scrambled backward. Their security detail raised weapons with shaking appendages. Whoa, whoa, Jack raised his hands. Nobody shoot, you'll just make him cranky. Make it cranky. The lead delegate, a crystalline Luxia named Shimmer Prime, vibrated in what might have been hysteria. That thing has obliterated entire planets. Rover wouldn't hurt a fly, Jack said, then reconsidered. Actually, he eats the megaflies that bother the crops. But that's different. Anna stepped forward, her diplomatic training evident. Gentlemen, ladies, and honored beings, I think what my colleague is trying to say is that the Void Stalker has been domesticated. Domesticated, Shimmer Prime repeated flatly. The apex predator of 17 dimensions. Domesticated? Jack shrugged. We've been doing it for thousands of years. Wolves became dogs. Wild cats became house cats. You just gotta show 'em respect and a little kindness. As if to demonstrate, Rover approached the terrified delegates. They froze, certain their deaths were imminent. The massive creature lowered its head and gently nuzzled Anna's hand, producing a sound like grinding metal that Jack had learned was purring. Anna scratched behind its sensory stalks. See, he's friendly once you get to know him. Back in the council chambers, Zixter finished playing the footage of Jack casually throwing a ballad-depleted plasma core for Rover to fetch. The Void Stalker bounded after it with the enthusiasm of a puppy, its dimensional shifts tearing small rifts in spacetime. This, Zixter said, is why humans are classified as a Tier 1 Death Worlder species, not because of their weapons or their warfare, but because they will look at the universe's most perfect killing machine and think, I can pet that. A Krillian warrior raised a claw, and the Void Stalker, it accepts this. More than accepts. Analysis shows the creature exhibits protective behavior toward the human settlement. 3 pirate raids have been decisively repelled by the human, by the pet. The chamber erupted in discussion. Finally, the council archon raised a tentacle for silence. The question before us is clear. Do we classify this as a breakthrough in xenobiology or a new form of human insanity? Zixter's translator captured his response perfectly. Knowing humans, probably both. Jack leaned against the fence, watching the sunset paint the sky in shades of amber and gold. Rover lay beside him, contentedly gnawing on a fusion core. Anna joined them, 2 cups of coffee in hand. "The council wants to study your domestication technique," she said. Jack snorted. "Ain't no technique. Just treat 'em right, feed 'em regular, and give 'em space when they need it. Works for any creature, really." Anna smiled, sipping her coffee. "You know the entire galaxy thinks you're insane, right?" "Probably." Jack scratched Rover's head, earning another metallic purr. "But Rover here thinks I'm all right. That's good enough for me." As the stars began to emerge, the void stalker that had terrorized civilizations rested its massive head on Jack's shoulder, and the human farmer who had befriended it wondered what all the fuss was about. After all, everyone deserves a little kindness, even interdimensional monsters. The end.